day after resuming school, I got a call from my dad asking me to come back home. My mom had passed.
I used to think that the only task that would make us, get into our feelings and just, start crying, I used to think it was just Dano and maybe sometimes Aquafina. But Super Commando, yo, and I do this one because what are these stories?
I was raised not to hate anyone, but then I had hate in me for like 10 years. There was blindfolds. They were sorry, Biggie. I maybe you shouldn't mention I was kidnapped that day. 1,
2, 3, 4. Guys, I don't know if you know what, welcome to the channel. My name is Betha. Okay, if this is your first time coming across my channel, you are definitely welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. Please make sure to hit on the subscribe button before you leave. Also give this video a thumbs up right now or at the end if you enjoyed watching it. And to my returning Bethans, you already know how I feel about you. I love you so much and I'm so glad to have you back here. Okay, now let us just talk about this whole Super Commando task. I mean, of course there were like different phases to the game, the one where they would run, enter that small circle thing, jump up, there was just a lot. The maze thing, the whole puzzle, it was a lot. Okay, but for me, the part that stood out for me, the part that got me almost tearing up, because you guys know small thing, I don't need to cry. I don't really know who can was between me and Onyeka, because any small thing water that they come outside. But last night was just a lot. Listening to all of their stories, Chinwe sharing how she struggled through school, just really sharing all of that. Tofa talking about how his shop got burnt. Onyeka talking about how she was bullied, how she felt really depressed for a long time. Chizoba talking about how like her leg, got burnt, literally on an exhaust. She didn't even know that her leg was on there. Guys, I mean, Wani and Handy talking about how they hustled, how they were living on the mainland and they were doing a shitty job where they got bullied as well, even though they were paying them like 60,000, 70,000. I'm like, you really never know what people have been through in life, because if I share my own, now I cry, everybody too, go all day they cry, because we all have stories. And that's why for me, I felt really sad just going on the internet later on and seeing people dragging some of these housemates, saying, oh, their stories are fake, oh, their stories are just lies and all of that. They're not your stories, okay? You don't have to believe their stories. It is theirs. You feel tell us your own and maybe we say if not believe your story. I just don't like it when people sort of cancel other people when they share their stories or their experiences. Now, just because they didn't happen to you, just because you've never experienced anything like that, it doesn't mean that they are telling lies. It just means that you have never experienced things like that, and all you need to do is respect it. No matter how the story sounds, no matter how almost unbelievable the story sounds, it is not your story. Like, I have a limit to where I can, laugh at somebody and say, oh, na lie, oh, na strategy. There's a limit to what I can say in situations like that, because imagine me sharing my own story. There's so many people that will think I'm lying because it's not their story. They were never there. And guys, I've been through such bad, horrible experiences in life as well, but there's been no reason to share that on the internet. Of course, when the reason arises, one of these days, I will, because whatever it is that I went through has actually shaped me and just made me this amazing human being that I am now. You don't have to tell me. I know, okay? There's some things that I don't really wait for people to tell me. I know that I am an amazing person. And so I don't need to, I don't need to validate anything by sharing anything, especially when it is not necessary. These stories that we heard about these housemates, last night, there are things that they have been through before now, and we never got to see that. For example, Onyeka, she's always laughing and always bubbly and, all of that. But listening to this side of her story, guys, we all have stories, okay? And it is not okay to make people feel like they're telling lies just because you do not believe the stories that they're sharing. And I don't know, guys, I don't know. Let me know what you think about the stories, and also let me know if you're part of the people that were saying some people were lying and their stories are really jig and they're just a make-up story because of the task. Let me know, are you part of them? I know, so even if you be part of them, you're not going to tell me. But anyways, guys, a very big congratulations to Shatoria, agent Shatoria. Big Brother mentioned that they are the toughest duo of the season, especially regarding to the Super Commando task. I mean, they proved to be the toughest because they won the games. I mean, Victoria was on fire last night. I'm not gonna lie, like, Victoria, take your flowers, you did amazing. You know, it was really nice to see that side of her, you know, wanting to just finish a task and all of that. And then of course Sean, you know, proved himself as well, if not for dragger. I'm like, you they always say Victoria this, Victoria that. So it was really nice to see that. And guys, when Biggie announced that they won the task, see the way she jumped on him, it was so nice. It was really nice to see that. And guys, I don't know if it's just me, I don't know if it's just me, but you know, I've seen how the twin girls celebrate people. You know, when you win something, they know they ever do say, not be win, they're always very excited. And you know, last night was another moment to witness that. You know, when the Shatoria team won, they were literally like smiling and beaming with so much joy. I'm like, I think this is something I should mention here, because it's not only to be dragging people, okay? I mean, like I said, I would drag Onyeka in the diary room because I don't understand all of the tears. Oh, people that they don't understand me. And I said it in my other video, if they don't understand you, at least you understand yourself. There's no need to come into the diary room every time and be crying. Like, I don't really understand it. And I know that one of the reasons why people have been dragging Onyeka and saying, oh, her story somehow, was because of the facial expression, you know, Chizoba had at some point. It felt like Chizoba was like, when did all of these things happen? I get that. But you also know that there are some times in your life where you go through certain things and you just cannot even speak of them. You just cannot even talk to anybody about them. I know I've been through such, you know, where I've had to deal with certain things. I didn't tell anyone. I still haven't told anyone. I don't know if I'm ever going to tell anyone. But my point is, there comes a time in your life where you feel like, you know what, I just need to swallow everything, and there's just a little you can do to overcome that. And when you have a situation where you now need to share and you're sharing, it seems like, where was I? When did this happen? When did this happen? But that's not also to say that it didn't happen. Okay, so I don't think that her expressions came from a place of, you are lying. It just came from a place of, oh, wow, I'm your sister. I didn't even know that you went through some of these things, you know. And I don't know, guys. Let me know what you thought about the presentations. Did you watch it? Did you listen in on the stories? Just let me know all of that, okay? Now, again, moving away from the task, because guys, that kind of made me sad. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I just want to move past that, right? Now, let's talk about some of the relationships in the house. You know, in the video, I told you guys that, you know, Wani and, you know, Sean, they were having issues because of the whole smelling this and all of that. And, you know, I saw a conversation much later where, you know, they were seated in the lounge with Handy. Handy was there as well. The three of them, Handy, Wani, and Sean. And it seemed like, you know, Wani didn't like the fact that he was still riled up and then he chose to have the conversation with them. For her, she felt like, you know what, you're still pissed and I don't want you to make me feel embarrassed, you know, talking to me like this, in this manner. If you want to talk to me, let's talk calmly, you know, when you're okay, not like you're still upset about something. You know, that was the last conversation. But then I didn't really get to see when they settled and, you know, when everything... I don't know, because I saw them hugging and I'm like, okay, when did we get here? I'm assuming that they found time to talk and, you know, they're over it, you know. For Nelly and Suj, I've not really seen them together. I don't know, guys. Let me know. Have you seen them together? Have they resolved the issues? Because Suj has been trying, you know, but Nelly has not been forthcoming, even though she has kind of realized that, you know, everything that happened that day in the discussion, you know, Chinwe saying all of that was deliberate. You know, she felt like Chinwe was doing it deliberately to sink her ship. And I feel like now that you've come to that realization, how about you try to make peace, you know, with Suj? Again, like I said in my other video, you also did things in week 1 and nobody's crucifying you for them. So I don't know, guys. Let me know if they've settled, because me, you see, all this relationship say, I don't tire. I don't tire. If I was settle, more than settle. Not someone that go give me a small kiss now, then next thing I'm going to fight. I don't understand. What am I supposed to do with the kiss? Like, then of course the whole back and forth between the double K pair. I feel like, you know, Cassia is still giving her husband some type of, you know, attitude. Because every time the guy's asking her, oh, how are you? And she's just, I'm fine. You know, she's just answering very, let's say she no one answer. Let's say she's still the verse. You know, I don't know. They should sort it out. Again, if you go put your mouth for husband and wife matter, now you go use settle. So me, nothing really concern me. My own be say they don't marry and they say they will come big house, come do their honeymoon. So anything with their eyes see, made it take them, okay? But I feel like Cassia needs to just tone it down a bit. Because, you Kelly kind of expressed himself about how he was feeling, towards her behavior and all of that. So well, whatever, they should settle it. Nothing really concern me. Guys, moving on. Let's just talk about Onyeka. Yes, I know. Onyeka, like, sometimes the girl, I just feel like beating her. Yes, I do. I genuinely do. Because I have told you guys here that Onyeka shares a very special friendship with Ozzy, whilst Chizoba shares a special friendship with the twins, the two of them. Yes, she's also very close to Ozzy. She's Ozzy's bestie and all of that. But there's something going on between Onyeka and Ozzy that's beyond just that their brotherly love and sisterly love. Something is there. And as much as Onyeka is always trying to deny it, I see it. Okay, and sometimes it's really annoying, right? Okay, let me just break that down to you guys, right? Onyeka likes Ozzy. Like, likes him, and Ozzy likes Onyeka. But then Ozzy has gone ahead to tell Onyeka that, look, I have a soft spot for you, but it's not in that way. It's not in a romantic way. It's not, like, I don't intend to pursue whatever it is that, I'm feeling for you. I like you. Let's just leave it like that. But Onyeka is somehow not getting that into her head. Onyeka wants something, but she's also not owning up to how she's feeling towards him. And so now, because Ozzy has kind of cleared his own mind, like, look, we are friends, we are G's, nothing is happening there. And I'm also trying to build friendship with someone else because he's getting closer to Victoria. You guys will see him and Victoria, and they look those ones too, but I'll come to that. Now he's sharing that friendship with Victoria, and it is pissing Onyeka the hell off because she's just going around, trying to just gossip about Victoria. The other time she was saying, oh, look at Victoria, see the short skirt that she's wearing because of man, blah, blah, blah. You yourself now, you can't go wear short skirts. Mama, help it make sense to me, please, because I don't understand. Do you like the guy like that? Because this same girl now, Onyeka, was telling Big Brother in her diary session that she's going to scatter the ship. She's going to try and sink the ship between Ozzy and Victoria. But then when you see her with Victoria, she's saying, oh, I like your ship with Ozzy. Oh, she's, sort of pushing Victoria to go for Ozzy. So I don't understand that level of being two-faced, because how are you doing this and then you're going to the diary room to say something else, and then deep down within you, you're behaving funny, you're moving funny, you're complaining to literally everybody. You have complained to Sean about Victoria, you have complained to your sister about Victoria, and you guys know that Chizoba has told her to slow things down, that she's flirting too much with Ozzy, but she will never accept it. Oh yeah, I know I'm flirting, but I'm not interested. Mama, you are interested. You never just know. You are interested. And of course, Wani and Handy also had a conversation where they're like, you know what? Onyeka needs to understand that Ozzy is in a relationship outside, and she's doing too much with the whole, trying to get to him and all of that. Even when Onyeka and Ozzy were having a conversation, you needed to have seen the way these Handy and Wani girls were eavesdropping, because they felt like, you know what? Onyeka is doing too much. We need to tell her. We need to speak to her about all of these things. But the question is, will Onyeka even listen? Onyeka that doesn't even own up to how she's feeling. Like, I don't understand how you will be lying to everybody and still be lying to yourself. And I feel like that's one of the things all of these housemates do so well this season. They are fond of believing their own lies, so much so that you will start thinking that you that are watching them, you don't really have sense. But again, like I said, my eye did that body. I really need to see, how far Onyeka can go, trying to get Ozzy to be as close as he used to be with her. Because now he's sharing his attention. Of course, he's speaking with Victoria, who would always just be there and be like, I say, and from there they start. Maybe say they sit down the other day, they look each other for eye, camera, they show us as their hand, they hold hand, they say, I did here. And you two, Ozzy, what see they do? You get a relationship, but you don't get a relationship. Which one you they do? Because if let's say all of them just they use, because not my head and I go use me, I know what I'm seeing. So now on head. Now on her head. And like I said, I'm still going to be on the lookout for that. Okay, guys, let me know what you think about the situations that I mentioned here. Okay, I would really love to hear your thoughts on that. What do you think about this whole Ozzy, Onyeka, and Victoria situation? Do you think that Onyeka is just pretending, or is she just scared of, letting how she feels, very open, because now show, no lose guard. She's always feeling like, I'm an open book. Nobody, like, guys, just let me know what you think about all of that, because as open as your book is, Onyeka, I can still find that there are some pages that are fully written on. Say, what, open that side. Open now. Open now. The beat on myself, but guys, let me know what you think about this. Okay, once again, a big congratulations to Shatoria, because yes, they are the super agents for the season. I'm so excited for them. I mean, that was really nice to see, and just seeing how, you know, excited Victoria was, yeah, I kind of like that as well. Again, I would see you on the next one, but like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I love you guys so much, and of course I will see you on the next one. Okay, bye.